Imagine a road so powerful, so meticulously constructed, that it could carry messages faster than anyone believed possible in the ancient world. A road that didn't just connect cities, but bound together an empire that stretched from the icy mountains of modern-day Turkey to the deserts of Iran, and from the Mediterranean coast to the edge of India. This was the Persian Royal Road, an artery of the first global empire in human history. Close your eyes and picture the empire under Darius the Great, over 2,500 years ago. Thousands of miles of land, each with its own language, culture, and customs. How could one ruler possibly maintain order across such vast territories? How could he respond quickly to threats, collect taxes efficiently, and unify millions under one rule? The answer was not just armies or law, it was infrastructure. And at the heart of it was a road. The Persian Royal Road stretched an astonishing 2,700 kilometers, roughly the distance from New York to Miami. But this was no ordinary dirt path. It was paved, carefully maintained, and dotted with way stations, allowing couriers to carry messages across the empire at record speed. Imagine messengers racing on horseback, switching mounts at relay points, covering what would take ordinary travelers months in just a matter of days. The Greeks were astounded, and even centuries later, Herodotus marveled at how a message could travel from Susa to Sardis in just 7 days. 7 days across continents. But why did Darius invest so heavily in this road? It wasn't vanity, it was survival. The Achaemenid Empire was vast, diverse, and inherently fragile. Local governors, known as satraps, wielded significant power. Without a reliable communication network, distant provinces could rebel, taxes could vanish into corruption, and armies could be blindsided by sudden invasions. The Royal Road transformed the empire from a scattered collection of territories into a coherent, connected entity. It was, in essence, the nervous system of the Persian Empire. And yet, the road was more than military and administrative. It was economic and cultural. Caravans traveled along it carrying gold, silver, textiles, spices, and precious stones. Merchants didn't just transport goods. They transported ideas, religious beliefs, artistic styles, and technological innovations flowed along the road as freely as trade goods. Some historians even argue that without the Royal Road, the Achaemenid Empire would never have been able to integrate its disparate peoples, making it the first empire to achieve a truly global reach for its time. Here's a fascinating twist. The road also inspired modern postal systems. The fast relay system of mounted couriers predates European postal networks by over a millennium. Darius's couriers could travel 250 kilometers in a single day, a feat that seemed almost magical to contemporaries. In fact, it was so legendary that the phrase, "neither snow nor rain nor heat nor gloom of night," later associated with the United States Postal Service, echoes the tenacity of the Royal Road's couriers. But the road was not without danger or drama. Bandits, wild animals, and harsh terrain were constant threats. Couriers risked their lives racing across deserts and mountains. There are accounts of entire relay stations being overrun or messages being lost forever. And yet, the system endured. It was a triumph of organization, discipline, and vision. Ask yourself, what does it take to unite the world? For Darius, it wasn't just armies, it was roads, bridges, and careful planning. He standardized distances, created way stations every 25 to 30 miles, and ensured fresh horses were always available. Every component was designed for speed and efficiency. It's tempting to think of the past as primitive, but the Persian Royal Road was a technological marvel, rivaling any communication network of its era. And the human stories are equally compelling. Imagine a young courier racing against time, the fate of the empire resting on his shoulders. a governor anxiously awaiting critical instructions from the king. Merchants seeing goods they never imagined, ideas they never heard of, flowing past them at the speed of the fastest horse. The royal road was more than infrastructure, it was a lifeline, a connector of people, cultures, and civilizations. Yet, perhaps the most remarkable legacy is how it shaped the modern world. Empires before and after Darius struggled with communication across distance, often failing spectacularly. The royal road became a blueprint for future empires, influencing trade routes, postal services, and even military logistics. It demonstrates a timeless truth. Infrastructure can be as powerful as armies, shaping the course of history itself. So the next time you walk down a bustling street or receive a message in hours instead of months, remember the ingenuity of the Achaemenid Empire. Think about the couriers racing across deserts, the way stations buzzing with activity, and the vision of a ruler who understood that roads could hold the world together. How often do we consider that the first truly global empire wasn't built by conquest alone, but by connectivity? Now, I want to hear from you. If you could ride along the royal road for one day, witnessing the empire at its peak, what part of history would you hope to see? Comment below and imagine yourself in the saddle of the fastest courier of antiquity. And if you enjoyed uncovering the secrets of the Persian royal road, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because the story of human ingenuity is just getting started. The Persian royal road teaches us a powerful lesson. Empires rise and fall not just through swords and kings, but through vision, organization, and the courage to connect the world. From ancient Persia to today, the principle remains: bridges, roads, and networks are the veins of civilization, carrying life, ideas, and progress across time.